What's up guys? Welcome to AnimeKouhai. If you'd like to help me out, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel.
What could it be? I found myself unsure if I could still triumph in battle against her. Admitting such doubt would imply a decline in my worth, which I couldn't allow. So, I strived to maintain composure, though it demanded considerable effort. Furthermore, these two weren't the only formidable individuals present. Wait a moment. This aura. It doesn't belong to Testarossa or any other demon. There are at least 3 or 4 others of Demon Lord caliber here. Why are so many individuals of such status serving under this Demon Lord? I had thought only Sir Guy could command such loyalty, but perhaps I need to rethink that notion. As I pondered this, the scent of tea wafted through the air. Was it time for a break? As maids, it wouldn't be proper to partake in tea with them. I resigned myself to waiting for another chance, but to my surprise, I was escorted into the adjacent room. It turned out that slices of cake had been prepared just for us. I must say, I can't praise Sir Rimuru enough. His thoughtfulness toward others truly befits a king, I must say. Now, onto the taste test. It seemed to be a strawberry shortcake. I don't want to boast, but I consider myself quite the culinary expert. Once, I even held a chef from a renowned hotel captive until he imparted all his culinary secrets to me. So, I'm rather confident in my skills compared to your average hobbyist cook. In essence, it would take more than mediocre results to impress someone of my caliber.
Oh, this is simply divine.
Seriously? Are you pulling my leg? This is absolutely extraordinary. At first glance, it might seem unassuming, but one taste and you're transported into a symphony of complex flavors. You can tell they painstakingly crafted each layer, meticulously stacking them together. I'm guessing there's a variety of creams between each layer, right? The amount of dedication poured into this must have been remarkable, don't you think? And the consistent taste suggests they carefully balance the distribution of ingredients.
Incredible.
Misery echoed my thoughts. In our baking endeavors, we typically focused on recipes featuring top-tier ingredients, like fresh fruitcakes and decadent pancakes. Honestly, I never imagined someone could bake a cake with such precision and finesse.
Was this made using techniques from another world?
I couldn't help but inquire.
Indeed,
Replied Shion.
this masterpiece emerged from a friendly competition between Mr. Yoshida and Lady Shuna. It's a strawberry shortcake infused with 3 distinct creams. And to top it off, it includes a hint of powdered black spell rice, catering to monster palates as well.
I wonder, is Mr. Yoshida someone from another world? As for Lady Shuna, I know of her. She was the one who escorted us here and graciously served us cake and tea. Her movements were graceful and poised, devoid of any trace of uncertainty. While I take pride in my skills as a maid, I must commend her for her outstanding service. And if she's also an exceptional pastry chef, it seems I have quite the competition ahead of me. As we indulged in our cake, I took the chance to address Diablo.
Hey, am I imagining things? Or have you gotten stronger since our last run-in?
It had been nagging at me for a while. Just a quick glance was enough to pick up on a significant change in him. I couldn't bring it up earlier, not with Sir Guy and the gang hanging around in the conference room. But now that the opportunity presented itself, I wasn't about to let it slide. It's worth mentioning that Misery and I hadn't seen any power upgrades since we became demon peers. Sure, we've grown stronger from our experiences, but our evolution seemed to have hit a wall. Meanwhile, there's Diablo, seemingly breezing past us.
You two are quite the greenhorns, huh?
Diablo's comeback was so typical of him. I couldn't figure out how he always managed to get under my skin. Would anyone really mind if I clocked him one? My conscience gave me the go-ahead. But just as I was considering it, Diablo kept yapping, throwing off my groove.
It's all thanks to my boss, Sir Rimuru. I've been doing good work for him, and he's been hooking me up big time.
Ah, this guy, acting like he's leagues above us. Well, I can dish it out too.
So, you're basically Sir Rimuru's puppet, huh? Guess that means you're nothing special after all. Sure, Sir Rimuru's impressive, but relying on him for everything doesn't say much for you.
What do you think about that? I said it, and I'm not taking it back. Your evolution is all thanks to Sir Rimuru. Your own strength isn't anything to write home about. But Diablo's comeback caught me off guard.
Yeah, that's right. Got a problem with that?
Diablo didn't even try to deny it, he just admitted it outright. And the worst part? He's grinning at me, like he's proud that I figured it out. I can't stand him. He always makes me feel like such a fool.
Can you please cut it out, Rain? Even in a battle of wits, Sir Guy would struggle to match him. You're just going to end up frustrated.
Misery chimed in, her tone lacking in encouragement. Unfortunately, she had a point. Fed up, I shot Diablo a glare. Then, out of nowhere, Shion smacked him on the head. It was satisfying to watch, especially when she scolded him afterward.
Enough of your insolence, you flatterer. Stop being rude to our guests.
She reprimanded firmly. Seeing this unfold, I couldn't help but pump my fist in silent victory. Glancing at Misery, I noticed she was grinning too. Who could blame us? It was all so absurdly amusing, I felt like bursting into laughter. The confrontation between Diablo and Shion escalated rapidly, completely ignoring our presence. It went on until Lady Shuna entered the room. By now, I had no issue calling her Lady Shuna. Seeing Shion hold her own against Diablo was impressive enough, but Lady Shuna's quick intervention to shut them both down was truly remarkable. I couldn't help but admire her skill. The most surprising part was that the whole altercation remained verbal. Both Misery and I were caught off guard by that. Lady Shuna appeared to lead us back to the conference room, where she mentioned that, at Sir Guy's request, they had decided to share the cake recipe with us. It was the perfect end to an already eventful day. We were led to the room where Sir Rimuru and his companions awaited us. I took the opportunity to express my gratitude to him.
Sir Rimuru, your culinary skills are truly remarkable. That cake was absolutely outstanding.
Oops. Misery beat me to it. It took a moment for me to compose myself.
And I want to thank you for sharing the recipe. It's a great honor, my lord.
Sir Rimuru responded with a humble smile, as if it was nothing extraordinary.
Your words are appreciated. Building a cooperative relationship is what I strive for.
Despite benefiting from his generosity, he saw it as a partnership. He had such a broad perspective. Little did I know what was in store.
You should show him more appreciation.
Sir Guy interjected abruptly.
Rimuru has agreed to grant you some of his power.
And thus, we were granted the prestigious title of Devil Lords. Isn't it incredible? I can't wrap my head around Sir Rimuru's intentions. Looking back, the only word that comes to mind is unpredictable. Nonetheless, I'm making the most of the abilities bestowed upon me. If Sir Rimuru ever faces a challenge where we can help, we won't hesitate to offer our support. How could we not? Our magicule reserves are growing daily, and we're becoming more valuable to Sir Guy than ever before. All thanks to Sir Rimuru's kindness. It's only right that we repay the favor. Although, with Testarossa and the others already by his side, I wonder if our powers will ever be needed. But let's cast aside humility for the moment. Today, once again, it's time to spar with Misery and refine our skills. Regular training sessions like this are crucial if we want to grasp the extent of our newfound powers. Off I head to the training grounds. Oh? Who's this unexpected visitor at this hour? Well, now's not the time for jokes.
Rain, our barrier has been breached.
I'm aware, but...
It seems chatting casually or engaging in a mock battle is out of the question now. I suppose it's best to quiet my thoughts. Until we meet again. You can call me Vester, and I always had this dream of doing some good, you know? Wanted to dive into research, maybe make a difference while hanging around the legendary heroic King Gazel. But life had other plans, and I ended up stepping into the shoes of a minister in the armed nation of Dwargon, just following in my old man's footsteps. That's who I used to be, at least. But thanks to my own foolish envy, I let that slip away ages ago. So, during my stint, I got thrown into this team of engineers, working with elves on this hush-hush project they called the Magic Armor Soldier Project. Leading the charge was Kaijin, this guy from a family of blacksmiths, you know, real salt of the earth type. Sure, he had a bit of a temper, but his knowledge and dedication? Top-notch. He had everyone looking up to him, no doubt about it. No matter how much effort I put in, there was this unbridgeable gap between us. Just to be clear, it wasn't because he came from a humble background. Even back then, his craftsmanship skills were leagues ahead of mine, earning him the title of a master artisan. That's what really got under my skin. Kaijin made a name for himself solely through his family's trade, yet he also made remarkable strides in his research. Meanwhile, despite my noble lineage, with my father being a marquis, I was stuck in the role of a modest scholar, lacking versatility. While my father still held sway over our estate, my future was set on a path toward a ministerial position. Despite not possessing my father's political savvy or King Gazel's charm, the team at the Marquise's estate boasted exceptional talent, paving an effortless path for me in politics. Plus, some of them held ministerial positions themselves. However, matters of governance and policy fell under King Gazel and his council of elders. My role was largely ceremonial. My absence from meetings wouldn't raise eyebrows, and despite my efforts, I doubted I'd contribute much to the king's plans. It felt futile, like I'd never be given any real responsibility for my country. So, I couldn't help but resent Kaijin, who effortlessly served the king as a blacksmith while my skills were confined to research. The whole situation felt unjust. On top of that, I didn't have the luxury of leisurely pursuing my research. My father's failing health demanded my attention, and inheriting our noble estate was imminent. I felt the pressure mounting. I needed tangible achievements, and fast, or risk being overlooked by King Gazel. The thought was unbearable. In a moment of reckless disregard for Kaijin's cautious advice to take things slow, I impulsively conducted an experiment that ended in disaster, causing one of our crucial spirit cores to malfunction catastrophically. It spelled the end for the entire project, consigning it to obscurity before it could even take off. After everything settled, I felt like I was in a haze, while my family worked behind the scenes. At some point, Kaijin left the military, taking all the blame for what went down. Before I knew it, I was handed a ministerial position. Now, I couldn't bring myself to sincerely apologize to anyone. I had lost sight of the fact that my only form of entertainment was teasing Kaijin, a pretty uninspiring way to live.
Hey, about what went down before. I want to say sorry.
Out of the blue, I felt this urge to apologize to Kaijin. He gave me a puzzled look, like he wasn't quite sure what I meant.
Sorry about what? Did Rimuru not give the green light for the production models, or?
No, he's already given the go-ahead. His Majesty managed to persuade Sir Meyermile to provide us with all the necessary funding.
Great. So why the apology?
I'm talking about what happened in the past, how I used to hassle you, causing you to leave the military. Some of it was my staff acting on my orders, but still, I know it's a bit late, but I never formally expressed regret for any of it.
Yeah, it's kind of late for that. But didn't you already apologize to me for that ages ago?
Kaijin chuckled. I guess I did once, not long after arriving in this country. I meant every word then, but I still felt like I owed him an official apology. Every day in our nation brings its own set of surprises. I know it might sound like I'm making excuses, but I just had to get that off my chest before anything else. He's got a lot on his plate right now, he tells me. King Gazel was known for his unpredictability, but Sir Rimuru takes it to a whole new level of spontaneity and freedom. Can you believe it, putting such a significant task on my shoulders? My first major task was to educate the monsters.
That's it for this video, guys. Thank you for always watching my videos and supporting my channel. A big thanks to the AnimeKouhai patrons who made this video possible. Jared Bressler, Chadvota, Nate, JV, Dirty Old Hobo, Thomas, Edmund W. Edwards, Jay, Christ, Juan Ignacio, Joshua Cousins, Jose Hernandez, Vethelny. Thank you so much for helping out. I'll see you guys in the next video.